there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Hey guys, welcome back once again to Niagara Fire Corals. Today we're going to go over a few changes that I'm making with my systems to simplify my life with the ongoing issue that I brought up in my last video, and that is that I'm going blind. I'm losing, I've lost pretty well the central vision in both my eyes. And yeah, so we're going to take a look at, as you can see here over my left shoulder, the Reef Blueprint, which is a way of dosing your trace elements. This is the simplest way of doing it as far as I'm concerned. We're going to go over that today. I'm going to remove a calcium reactor. I'm going to set up some dosing pumps with ESV 2-part, and we're just going to have a good time. So make sure you stick around, hit that like and subscribe button below, and let's get into the video.
Go, 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 yo, go, go. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Alright guys, so to start off today, we have this full system here. That is that tank, the nano tank, and the new low boy tank. It's all one system, and it's currently being fed by this calcium reactor underneath. I'm to the point now where I can no longer see my bubble drips, so it's difficult for me to adjust it. I can't read the gauges on the tank any longer. I just want to simplify this up a little bit, so I'm going to be taking this calcium reactor offline from this system, and I'm going to be putting in 2 5-gallon pails of ESV 2-part, and that's how I'll be dosing this system with the necessary major elements, and it should help simplify things for me. I'm going to run it off 2 Versas, which I can easily program from my tablet, which I can blow up to a rather large font, and I can still see that and make those adjustments. So for today, we're going to take this offline, and I'm going to get those set up, and I'm going to do that now, and then we'll get into the Captive8 Aquaculture traces, how we mix them, and how simple they are to introduce to a system, and how easy it's going to be for me. And that's the reason why I chose them. So I'm going to get into taking this out, getting those dosing pumps introduced. Alright guys, I thought I'd give... Sorry, that's my watch. I'll give you guys a little bit of bonus material. So in doing the calcium reactor and removing that offline and setting up the ESV 2-part, I actually found that one of my Versas, the hose in it, was actually split and starting to leak. So, you know, set back a couple days here, I had to order some in, but here's the package you get when you order them. You get a little bit of the lubricant and of course the new tubing, and you do get the 2 of these barbs if you want to use the barb fittings for regular dosing tubing. I did order 3 of these because I do have a few Versas, so I thought, you know what, I'll replace the one I need, and now I got a couple of extras that I have here on hand, so that happens again. So just thought I'd show you guys real quick while we're doing this how easy it is to change these. So hopefully you guys can see. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pretty grimy in there and dirty. So I'm just going to take this, I'm just going to give it a quick little wipe down, get all this old stuff out, and just clean it up a little bit with a paper towel. Take care of your equipment. It'll last you longer than if you just don't bother doing anything to try and keep it clean. I'll just take a minute here, clean it up. Alright, so you can see there, it looks a lot better now. It's a lot cleaner than it was. So these are real simple. This cover here that was on, sorry, it goes this way. They were on here. It just slides off down to the bottom, and then this just pulled right out. This you can throw in the garbage. It's useless to us now. We'll open up the new package. Oh, I should mention there is this little ring that comes off when you remove the old one. It does come in the kit with the new tubing, so you don't have to worry about hanging on to that ring when you take it off. Just pull the new tubing out, and there's our new tubing. So everybody, I guess, probably has their own way of doing this. The way I like to do it is, so I just take a little tiny dab here. I put it on my finger, and I just like to, hopefully you guys can see this, I just like to apply it to the roll, a little bit on each roll. So I just put a little bit on each of the rolls, and then I'll also take a little dab of it and I'll apply it to the actual tubing itself. So I got another little dab of it here on my finger, and I'm just going to apply it. I apply it to the inside of the roll, or sorry, the inside of the tubing, where your rolls are going to be in contact with the tubing, so it's nice and lubricated. So I put some on just on the inside all the way around this tubing, and we're ready to reinstall and get this pump back up and going. Simply roll it into position, like that, and then you just bring it down and slide it into its the slots down here in the bottom where it needs to sit. And then I just give it a couple rolls to make sure that it's fully seated in there, and then there you go, our tubing is reinstalled. And then when you put this ring on, you're going to see there's these two little barbs here. They go into lower position like this, down towards your tubing, where your tubing outlets are. And then your front cover goes on, simply slides up like that back into place with a click. Just give it a wipe down. And there we are, we're good to go. Our pump's back. Brand new tubing installed, and we're ready to go. So let's get back to the install here. What we're doing, we'll start mixing up our trace elements and getting everything up and going. Okay guys, we're going to get into the main part of why we're doing this video, and it's how I'm going to start dosing my trace elements to kind of do a little ease for me, for my systems, make things a little easier. And I've decided to go with the Captive8 Aquaculture. It's this stuff here. I've been talking with Chris Wood, emailing back and forth a little bit. Now this is the Reef Blueprint system, and in this little package here you'll get 10 bottles. Here's the 10 bottles here. It's 10 bottles of different trace elements, and you can buy them individually in larger bottles as well. But just to give you guys a little breakdown on what's in the bottle, or sorry, what's in this package when you purchase it. The 10 bottles consist of, they're each 10 ml bottles. You get a bottle of cobalt, fluoride, iron, iodine, manganese, molybdenum, nickel, selenium, vanadium, and zinc. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to show you guys how to mix this into what's called a master solution. So we're going to mix everything that we need into this one container. This is a pickling jar. Make sure you, if you get one, you get it with the plastic lid so you don't have to worry about rust or any kind of heavy metals getting into your solution. So it's got a plastic lid on it, and as you can see, I just drilled a hole in the top and I put my dosing tube in. We're going to fill this halfway with RODI water, and then I'm going to mix in all the traces that have been recommended for dosing my system, and then we'll finish filling it to 1 gallon. And I will dose that over the next 60 days, and I'll be dosing it at approximately 64 mils per day for the next 60 days to to supplement my system with the proper trace elements that it needs. Now, I've already done an ICP test, which is something you're going to need to do, and I emailed Chris Wood at Captive8, and he has emailed me back an Excel spreadsheet that kind of gives you the breakdown exactly what to mix into this mixture, and how much to put in, and exactly how to dose it. So I did have to go ahead and buy a few more bottles of some of the elements in larger amounts because my system was out of whack. So when we're putting these all in, and I got one more 60 ml here, when we're putting these in, I'll let you know what I'm adding and how much. But the one good thing about this, guys, this stuff here, it's super concentrated. When Chris gives you your Excel spreadsheet on what you need to add to the master solution here, a lot of them are like 1 drop, 10 drops, 5 drops. And those little 10 ml bottles that come in a package, there's 200 drops just in those bottles alone. So a little of this stuff goes a long way. And the Reef Blueprint package here that you get those 10 bottles of elements in, or traces, they're like 35 or 40 bucks for this package. I mean, which is what I was paying with some of the other companies just for 1 bottle. And I'm getting a full variety of bottles here. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get some RO water in here, and I'm going to go have a look at the spreadsheet that was sent from Chris. I will show that to you guys later, kind of what to expect from him when you send in your ICP to him. And we'll get to mixing this up, and we'll start dosing it to the tank. Okay guys, so I just went through my Excel spreadsheet, and again, I will show it to you guys after. I've kind of got the breakdown on what I've got to add to this solution. So this is a clean glass jar, it's 1 gallon again, and I've half filled it with just clean RODI water, and I'm going to start adding all the traces to this to make what's called the master solution. And the first thing that I'm going to be adding in here is boron. I need to add 43 ml of boron to this. Alright guys, there's 43 ml of boron. And I'm just going to stir this up as we go each time I add an element to it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to start adding all the traces to the mixture, and then I'll give you guys kind of a breakdown of everything that we put in here to make this solution when I'm all finished up. Alright guys, I know it's hard to see, but there you have it. This is the 1 gallon jar of the master dosing solution, and hopefully you guys can see it up there coming off a BRS 1.1 mil per minute dosing pump. Simple setup, but that is the master dosing solution for the main reef system of mine. And then this of course is the second one, and same thing, it goes to a single dosing head, one of those BRS 1.1 mil per minute dosing pumps, and then it gets dosed in right there. Simple setup guys. So I'll take you guys over to the computer now, and I'll show you the Excel sheet that Chris will send you if you choose to go this method, and we'll go over it real quick. I'll give you guys a real quick breakdown of what it is, and you guys will get to see what this is all about. Okay guys, so when you decide to use Captive8 Aquaculture's Reef Blueprint Trace Elements, you will have to go to their web page. I'll show you that in a little bit. You email Chris Wood, and he will send what you can see here. This is an Excel spreadsheet. He sends this to you along with a detailed email for steps for you to get your tank back into a good balance of elements. So this here is the first page you get. Guys, Chris has taken the time to do this for you. Make sure you take the time in return and read all this information that he sends to you, because there is just an absolute boatload of information that he sends, and it can really help you guys along with getting your tank into a good ionic balance and getting your corals as happy and healthy as they can be. I'm hoping that the majority of this is going to fit on the screen for you guys to see, because you know, with my eyes, this is blown up extremely large for me to be able to see this, so I can somewhat explain it to you guys. So I'm hoping that I can grasp the majority of it for you guys to see. This is the Excel spreadsheet that you get from Chris. He sends it to you. So once you email him your ICP, so what I did is I just simply emailed the PFD file to him, and within 24 hours he replied back to me with my Excel spreadsheets for both systems. Now I will go one step further and say that I've never met Chris before even sending these emails to him. I've never spoke to him. When I explained about my eyes and the reason why I was going to this system to try and simplify things for me, Chris even went as far as saying that he would mix these solutions for me and send them to me. I would just pay for the solution and the shipping cost. So I mean, that just right there alone, guys, just says you know, what a stand-up person Chris is, and how much he cares about people in this hobby. So Chris, if you happen to see this, thank you so much. That was extremely kind to you to offer that, and you know, someday I may have to take you up on that offer, but for now I'm still trying to do things the best I can on my own. That's what we're doing here. So guys, this is the Excel spreadsheet Chris sent me, and in this first tab here, you'll see here it says summary. This tab here will kind of just give you a breakdown of, you know, where you are in comparison to natural seawater. Now what Chris does is I can't even begin to explain to you exactly how he does what he does. I mean, you know, he's a professional in his field for a reason. However, I believe the gist of it is that he takes your ICP test, and what he does is he compares it to a sample of natural seawater of the same salinity. So you're actually getting the what your tank should have in it for your traces, majors, minors, with a fair comparison to natural seawater of the same salinity. So you're getting exactly what your water should be if it was at natural seawater of the same salinity. So that's more or less what this first summary is a breakdown of kind of where your system is and where it would be, where natural seawater would be if it was of the same salinity. So make sure you take the time, read through that summary, and make sure you read through his email itself that he sends to you, because there's a lot of great information in there as well. So once you read through the summary, the next tab here is like an initial dosing. This here tab, what it will do is it'll tell you that if you wanted to take some steps in some immediate dosing to your system, it'll tell you whether or not it's required for each of the elements, yes or no, and it'll tell you in either drops or, that is drops, yes, drops or mils, how much of each of the elements to put into your system as an initial dosage. So again, take the time, read through these pages, make sure that you take in all this great information that he sends to you. So once you get through that, the part that was very intriguing to me is the master dosing solutions. This is what's going to make my life extremely easy, and why it was so appealing to me, especially with my disability. And that is, Chris figures out for you, based on your system and your ICP test, exactly what you need to dose in a master solution, and I'm going to explain that to you. So this chart here in the blue and green, it used to be a live chart. Now my understanding is Chris, I believe he was having a lot of trouble with people trying to figure this out on their own. So he has now made this so it's a read only and you can't alter it. Now before, and maybe in the future this will become live again, you used to be able to put in these green boxes is kind of the elements that I need to dose. I would have been able to, after a month or 2 months of dosing, I would have been able to put in here what I had dosed previously, and it would have readjusted the dosage amounts that I needed to put in for the master dosing solutions. However, Chris has made this so you can't edit it, and I believe he prefers that you just email him and he'll just do it for you and send it back to you with what you need to dose. So you don't really need to worry about that. Now this green chart here, this is a live chart. I believe the one I opened was for my my main reef system. This green chart is the one you would use for making your master solution if you had put in the initial dosing recommendations. Okay, so if you go back to that initial dosing requirements and you add those to your system and then you make a master dosing solution, it'd be this green chart here that you would use. And it's got all the major elements that come in the reef blueprint. There's a few there that don't come in the reef blueprint. However, you can buy them separately, and it'll tell you exactly how much to add, whether it be in drops or mils. Some of them, if it's a little more, it's worth just putting them in by the mil. However, a lot of them are just simply drops. So these are the elements that you would add into the master solution, and it does give you exactly how to make the master solution up here. So as I showed you in the video earlier, you just take a 1 gallon container, you half fill it with RODI, you add all the elements that Chris recommends, you finish filling it up to 1 gallon, and you dose that. And down the bottom here, he'll tell you exactly how to mix, what to do. And now this one here, it shows over 1 month. Now I'm dosing over 2 months. So I split this number in half. It's 127 mils over 30 days. I'm dosing 64 mils over 60 days. So, but this is the one you would use if you used the initial dosing. Now, I did not do the initial dosing. So if you want to incorporate the initial dosing amounts into your master solution, you just simply scroll over to the side here, and here it is again. This is another chart, and this is the chart you would use if you wanted to incorporate the initial dosing into your master dosing solution. So you don't have to do anything other than mix up your solution and dose it over the time you're going to dose it, which in, again, my case is 60 days. In 60 days from now, I'll do another ICP test. I'll send it off to Chris, and he'll send me another one of these Excel sheets, and it'll tell me where I need to make my adjustments from there. Guys, super easy system to use, and I'm really excited to start using this. Now, what you just saw me do in this video, this is me starting to use this product, and I will absolutely update you guys as we go along, and we'll see how this stuff works. And I'm pretty confident in the results that are going to happen from it. So it's pretty exciting to me. And again, I'm just trying to simplify my life. You know, I don't know how bad the eyes are going to get. So this is where we're at. Hey guys, the next tab that you can kind of look at here is the input values. Now this is the information that Chris inputs. This is the information based on the ICP that was sent to him by me. Obviously this would vary by person, but this is where Chris inputs the values, and that's how he figures out exactly what it is that you need to put into your master dosing solution. I'll show you guys real quick the website that you need to go to if you're interested in using these products, and that's right here. Alright guys, so this is the website, Captive8 Aquaculture. The Reef Blueprint is the products that I'm using. It gives you a good breakdown on everything that the products do. It shows you how concentrated these products are, and they are extremely concentrated, guys. We're talking drops. Bring your system up to where it needs to be, not 300, 400, 500 mils of products. You know, these are just drops. You may have to put a little more in at first in order to bring your system up to where it needs to be, but once you're there, yeah, it's very little that you need to add to that master solution in order to keep your tank in check. All right guys, so when you're looking at the products and you're looking to get them, anyone from the US, there's multiple places that you guys can purchase this stuff from, which is great. However, in Canada, Blue Water Coral is the only place that I am aware of in Canada that you can receive this product from. You can check them out at bluewatercoral.ca. That's where I got mine from. Ross is a great guy. He'll really hook you up and help you out with getting started on this product. Hopefully we'll see more stores carrying Chris's products in the near future. They'll be more easily accessible to everybody. Captive8 Aquaculture, that is Chris Wood. That's who's making these products that I'm using to do a master solution for dosing both my frag systems and the main mixed reef system. And I'm using the Reef Blueprint. Looking forward to the results that we're going to get from this. I will absolutely keep you guys updated on how this is going. If you guys want to check it out, there's the website right here on the page in front of me, and do an ICP test. Chris's email is on this page. You can just simply email your results to Chris. He will send you that Excel file, and you guys can get yourself started on this product too. Until the next time, guys, if you like the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button below. It really goes a long way to help me bring you guys new content. And until the next time, make sure you take care and happy reefing.